I just want to share with you this slide because it's one that brings a lot of discussion when we deliver safeguarding manager sessions. And it's about, what do you do if a staff member comes to you with what they think might be a safeguarding issue, but they're not quite sure, and they don't really want to bother you formally with it? Well, as a manager, it's brilliant to have a bit of a process to work through in your own mind. And it keeps us within the parameters of ensuring that we've got each level of information that we need to help the staff member be able to make an informed decision on what to do next with that information. So this is something that we share. We talk about the importance of defining the issue with them. Actually, what have they seen, or what do they sense, or what are they aware of? What category of abuse does it come under? And what are the signs and symptoms? Why are they talking to us about this at all? What is that element that has brought this to the forefront of their mind, and they're wanting to have this discussion? Ask them to really help you understand the issue, as much for their own benefit as your benefit, because it brings it alive and it helps them formulate their own decision-making process. It's really key to help them do that. And then you can talk to them about that evidence-based information. So actually, where's the evidence for this? Is it tangible, or is it a gut feeling? How do we consider both, and how do we differentiate between the two? And then decide the next steps in partnership. So you never should tell your team member what to do. You should always help them reach a conclusion that you're both comfortable with, and for them to be able to lead on that. So actually the next steps might be closer monitoring, or the next steps might be making a report to the local authority. And there's a whole host of different steps in between that as well. And a reminder of, don't tell them what to do, but just advise them. Remember, they're the person who knows that customer, not you. And then support them in taking those next steps, whatever they are. Always, as a manager, record your discussion. And then really importantly, and this one is forgotten far too often, follow up with them. Couple of days later, a week later, ask them, depending on the severity of and the next steps that you decided upon, make sure that you're following up with that. Because if it's something that they've just had a wide discussion with you about, then you want to follow it up to make sure that it stays at the forefront of their mind to keep checking in with that customer. But equally, if you have supported them to make a report to the local authority and they've not heard back, then you might want to support them to challenge that decision. And then always feedback and evaluate. Safeguarding is a continual discussion. How did this concern go? What happened with this issue? What were the next steps? And how did you carry them out together? And did it work in this instant? Did you get the outcome that you needed? And if you didn't, what can you do better next time, or differently next time? So this is a really good framework of, when somebody brings to you a safeguarding issue, when one of your team members brings that to you, what you can do as a manager to work through.